Hey, Irvin, what's up?
Irvin, I think you're the only one here.
Hopefully, some others will see it and come
You,
in.
Irvin, you scared everybody away. You scared all other 10 people away. What are you doing, Irvin?
Yeah, what's up?
Stop, mister. I love how you come in and then we'll still think you're here 20 minutes from now and we'll start addressing you. And then you won't be here.
And then it'll pop back in later.
And then you'll pop back in later. Yes, because last night we were talking about schlongs. And while we were talking about them, one of them porn sites popped up. And we're like, are there any mods in here? And everybody's like, Irvin, go get the porn site that's infiltrating the chat. And Tam's like, Irvin is that porn site. So we were all
Yes,
laughing.
she did say that.
He
That
never
was
nowhere to
funny.
be found.
Hey, 71. Good to see
Hi.
you.
What's your emoji? I can't see it. I
Looks like
can't.
a dancing dude.
It's a dancing
It
dude.
looks like it. On my phone, it looks like it, I think. It looks
Oh.
really little, so.
Cute, whatever it
It
is.
is. I
I
like
thought it was
it.
a penguin.
I think it's a dancing dude.
Why is he dancing? Are we dancing tonight?
Yeah, why not? Maybe she's referring to some of the weird dudes that we are gonna catfish. That could be.
Yeah. None of those dudes can dance.
Not that we know. Oh, she's dancing. Yeah, I wish they
Oh,
had a penguin. That would
you're
be cute.
dance. Aw, did you get sleep last night this time? I slept till fucking 11:30 this morning because
That's
we were up
awesome. You
late.
needed that though. I know we were, and I was up at 7.
I know. I don't get it.
I was up and I was doing research on the next cult series.
I know. I can't wait. We're gonna finish Jim Jones and then we're gonna start the what's it called?
The Heaven's Gate cult with Marshall Applewhite. He's quite the character. Hey Ginger.
Hey Ginger. So yeah, so right after we finish off Jim Jones, we go straight into Heaven's Gate, right?
Yep. Yep. That's really strange. He is a lot different than Jim Jones. He's definitely a cult leader, but they're different personalities. It's
Sex cult leader, right? This is a sex cult, isn't it?
no, this is the Heaven's Gate cult where they all committed suicide when it was back in like 97 when that Hale-Bopp comet, I think is what it was called, was coming
Oh,
through. And
oh,
they all
yeah,
thought that they were going to go up and with the extraterrestrials, and yeah, it's
yes.
very strange.
I mean, I'm excited to learn about that, but we got to do Nexium right after that
Yeah,
because we
we
need
will
some sex
definitely.
cult.
We will with Keith Raniere, and that has all of his ladies that they
Branded.
branded. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, they burnt that into their skin.
I
So
know.
all those ladies are stuck with that.
What would they have? Like orgies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'll find out when I start really digging into it, but
So what was it? Like 20 women and then just him? And they would have like a group orgy of
I
just
don't
all women and him?
I don't know if they were doing like group orgies. It was kind of set up like, come and learn. It's in some ways it was like Scientology where, people got sucked in a little bit to go learn this different stuff and learn to be leaders and there's a lot to it. I'm just kind of giving a synopsis. And then he would apparently tell that actress that was involved, well, I really like this woman or this woman, and she was kind of roping him in for him. So
Oh, I didn't know they had a movie 71.
yeah, they did. Oh, 71 says, yeah, they did have orgies. I wouldn't be surprised.
They
Yeah.
handed all their money over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They got cut off from food. I remember that too. 71. That was crazy.
that's what Jim Jones cult did too.
Yep.
Remember
Yep.
when they all moved to the commune, they had to give them all their money. They remember when I did my presentation, they
Yes.
were working like 7 days a week, around the
Yes.
clock, and everything they made went to him, and it
Oh,
was
Ginger's
insane.
proud of us. Thank you. We just decided we're going to go ahead and go with this. It should be interesting.
Yeah, Leanne worked on Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
touches my food either. I'm a hungry Italian.
I know, right? I wouldn't be. No, no, I'm not giving up my food. Sorry.
You know what? You know what though? Oh, I keep yawning. I'm sorry, guys. I got this electric blanket. They don't even call them electric blankets anymore. I think because they stopped making those for a while. I think they were not allowed to be made, and now they are again. So they call them warming blankets. So I got a warming blanket, and I made my bed and laid on it to test it out. Fell asleep. Woke up 6 hours later. So I'm yawning.
Isn't
But I
it
got
warm there?
hell no. I told you it's freaking freezing in LA. It's like here, let me Google it. Sensory and sleep deprivation install. Yeah, that's
Yep.
exactly what they did on Jim Jones. Where nobody was even. They were so sleep deprived, Jim Jones people, and so overworked that they never had time to think.
No.
So they just pretty much became like robots with no minds.
Yep.
And then if you ever did start to think and question anything, they sedated you.
Yeah,
They
that's
took you to that
crazy.
special
Yes.
cabin. It was called I forget what it was called.
Yep.
It wasn't the nurse's room. It was behind that. They had one for emergent, like, for
Yeah.
healthcare. And then they had one behind it where they would literally sedate people. They put them on, I got to pull out all my Jim Jones notes. They put them on, the hell's that drug? Oh, I can't remember. They put them on this one drug. If somebody said it, I would know it. That kept them pretty much zombied,
Yeah.
and then would leave them in that cabin until they broke. So if you showed any signs of being a threat to their community
Yeah,
by
that's just
questioning things,
crazy.
you got drugged.
Yeah.
71, you had an electric blanket that was kept in my unheated room while I was kicked out. So it was all milk.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, I just got mine. They usually sell them on Black Friday at Target for like one of their doorbuster things for $10. So
Yeah.
I always buy one every year. But they're cheap. I mean, they work really well, but I guess the electrical parts are probably cheap because everyone I ever bought without fail stopped working within 2 months.
Oh
So this
no.
one I ordered from Amazon, and it's a Sealy,
Oh good.
and it's queen size, and I put it under my comforter, and it's heaven.
Good. I don't have one of those.
Clearly, because me and big fat ass Millie fell asleep for 6 hours. So.
Did you find out what the temperature is there?
I think it was Valium. It was Valium. Oh, let me look. Hold on.
It's 53 here right now. It says it
What
feels like
degree is it?
49.
According to Great Value College's information technology degree plans.
That's not what I asked. What's the temperature in LA? Wait. What's the temperature in Los Angeles?
It's 55 degrees in Los Angeles right now.
See? That's cold as hell for me. That gets into my bones and freezes me.
For you, that's cold. I'll give you that. It's 53 here.
And then tomorrow, our high, oh my God, our high is 67. I got to move to a warmer climate.
67. That's nice weather. That's shorts weather.
Hell no. I'm busting out my long johns and my, hey, Bish.
Hey, OG Fish. How are you?
I'm busting out my long johns and my leg warmers and my freaking feather down coat.
Oh, I was in shorts today.
I remember when I freaking moved here. In Pittsburgh, when it was 60, I would be in a tank top and shorts, thinking it's middle of summer. And when I moved here, it was chilly. It was 65 or whatever. And people were walking around in full winter coats, Uggs, scarves. And I was like, these people are weirdos. I'm running around in shorts. After living here a year, my body got, adapted to the temperatures. And now I'm just like those weirdos,
I know
if not worse.
we laughed when we went to San Diego and it was the same kind of thing. I mean, people were freezing. You were not kidding. They were in hoodies and coats with their Uggs on, and we're like, what the hell? And we're in shorts and stuff. And we're like, this is nice weather. But we went like
Some,
in February where there was snow and ice and it was way below zero here.
yeah. Um, 71, where are you that it is 70 in the evening? I remember it was 70 here in LA a month ago. That is cold for LA, and it's supposed to rain. So I'm excited about that because we haven't had rain in a year, I think.
Yeah, we had rain the other day, but we're in a big drought here, so that's not good. You guys are too, aren't you?
Hell yeah. They said if Lake Mead runs out of water, we're screwed in Los Angeles because that's what powers everything.
Isn't Lake Mead where they keep finding like
Yeah, all
skeletons
the
and
dead
stuff now?
bodies and
Yeah,
shit that nobody could find for 50 years.
that the mob dropped
Yes, that
off
the
there.
mob
Yeah,
dropped in there. They're finding all these missing mafioso. And
that's crazy.
could you imagine being on Lake Mead in your boat and you just see a freaking body pop up out of the
That would
slide?
be creepy, or all the skeletons. I'd be like, damn, get me out of here.
But that's what's happening. Oh,
Yeah, it is.
You're in Pennsylvania, 71. It's 70 in Pennsylvania? Pennsylvania has weird ass weather.
It's weird here too. It's been very weird lately. But next week it's supposed to be in the 30s all week. So, and then like 19 at night.
Yeah, fuck that.
That is going to be miserable. Hey, Angie Brooks, welcome in.
Hey, Angie. When I was in Pittsburgh, it would get so humid in the summer. You felt like you were living in a swampland.
Oh yeah, that's how it is here. It's nasty.
And then all it does is rain.
Ugh.
The whole damn summer.
Yuck.
And rainy and muggy and disgusting.
And
then it turns into fall, which is probably the best season. And then you're freezing for 4 fucking months. I couldn't wait to get out of there.
Yeah, I listened to our winter weather, like the long range forecast for us for this winter, and it's going to be pretty good until about February or March, and then they're expecting about 30 inches of snow. I was like, what?
One day?
No, over the course of the 2 months in February and March, they expect for the totals for those 2 months to be about 30 inches of snow, which the last few years we haven't had hardly any.
Well, that's not even bad. 30 inches of snow.
Yuck.
I kind of miss snow. Here I can just go to the mountain though.
I hate snow. I live in the wrong part of the country. Actually, the snow doesn't bother me. It's the ice. That's what I hate the worst.
Yeah. I love snow, and then
for a while when it's all pretty until it gets all dirty and yucky looking, then it can just go away.
Track it all through your damn kitchen.
Yes, it's a constant battle to keep the floor dry and clean.
Yeah.
Man, I had a spider bite me in the arm and it is so puffed up.
Bella got bit by a freaking, I think it was a black widow.
Ew.
We have them all around my house. And they're definitely black widows because the hourglass is so defined.
Ooh,
right?
Scary.
They're bright red hourglass. And she woke up screaming one morning. This is just last week. And it was 3 or 4 in the morning. She wakes up screaming that she has cancer. That something's growing on her arm, that she has cancer. It was freaking out. And I'm like, Bella, cancer doesn't happen overnight. Number one, you wouldn't be able to see it like that.
No.
Number two, let me see it. And I looked, and it was huge and red, and it had that big target circle around it.
Yes. Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the center, you could see the 2 little fang prongs.
Ew. Yuck. I remember when she showed me her arm when it was like a couple of days later, and it was still pretty red.
Oh, that's right. I did show that to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that looked terrible. Mine is just like a big red bump, and you can see the little fang marks, but it's all puffed up. We don't have black widows here, but something decided to have a little chomp on my arm.
Yeah, we have black widows and brown widows. We
Ugh.
have tarantulas, but they're in the desert.
Ew. Yuck. You have
Tarantulas are actually, they don't try to kill you. They're
well, that's
blind.
good.
First of all, they're blind. And they only come out to mate.
Oh.
So during mating season, they'll come out of their hole and they'll wander around the desert aimlessly because
Because
they
they're
can't
blind.
see. Right. And then they mate and then they go back to their hole. But yeah,
Huh.
I just learned about that.
I know you said that there's lizards because the other day when I was talking to you, there was a little lizard.
There was a lizard. It wasn't little, it was
Oh, it
huge.
was big?
It was a bearded dragon. It was at the top
Oh.
of my stairs. And the dog and I were, because the dog goes, I can't go to the car without his ass. It terrified the lizard. The lizard wouldn't move. I poked it with a stick and because remember I thought it was dead?
Yes.
It wasn't dead because it blinked at me, but it was so scared it couldn't move. I think it was scared of the dog. But it was a big
Probably.
ass bearded dragon.
That's crazy. I don't know what I would do if I actually ran into one of those, like, ah!
They
We
don't
don't have,
eat.
no, they don't really do much of anything, do they? Eat
No, they're
bugs,
cute.
probably.
Yeah, they're cute.
71, you have
71.
daddy's long legs through your house? Yeah, I don't kill them. They're good guys.
I don't kill any spiders.
I do. Just not daddy long legs. They just live in my house. As long as they stay up high where the cats can't eat them, they're good.
The ones you got to watch are the ones that don't build webs. The ones that build webs usually aren't poisonous. The ones that come out of a hole at night just to hunt, those ones are typically poisonous.
Yuck.
I think. You had mice drop over dead with seizures and heart attacks right in front of me
Oh, no.
because they were scared. Are you? Yeah, I was going to say, Ginger, you said it would be crusty skeletons. I was like, Ginger's like 5 minutes behind us. They did find dead mafia though in the
Yeah, they did in Lake Mead.
Did they find him in the Hoover Dam too, Ginger? You
Oh,
said
wow.
Hoover Dam.
Hi,
Oh,
Paige.
I think she meant Hoover Dam feeds our electricity, but the water that goes what?
Look at Paige's comment. Oh.
Oh my God.
Ew. Don't
Well,
let your husband see that.
Yeah, guys, this is real. So this was just 2 weeks ago. So I'm peacefully asleep, and I hate to be woken up in the middle of the night because once I'm up, I don't go back to bed. I just can't. So he wakes me up, Chrissy, I'm going deaf. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, what do you mean you're going deaf? We were just asleep. And he's like, I keep hearing this something's in my ear noise. It's like a buzzing and it won't stop. And then it stops and then it comes back. I think my eardrum is bursting. And I'm like, well, does it hurt? And he's like, no, but something's going on with my eardrum. So 4:00 in the morning, he goes to the ER. The doctor looks in his eardrum and here it was a freaking long termite looking bug with wings, and that's what he was hearing in his ear. It was flapping.
Ugh.
And he freaked out. I wasn't with him. I was at home and he called me freaking out. The doctor had to pour something in there to kill it, and then they drained it and got it out, and he had to be on eardrop antibiotics. But yeah, some bug crawl. I'm glad it picked him because clearly we sleep in the same bed. It could have picked me, but I am so thankful it picked him.
Well, then he had cotton in his ears for a while, didn't he? Because he was so freaked out.
He still sleeps with cotton in his ear now. It's been 2 weeks and he still puts cotton ball. I had to go buy new cotton balls the other day because we ran out because he stuffs them in his ears. And I'm like, do you know the chances of that happening again? You probably have a better chance of hitting the freaking lottery. And
Yeah,
goes,
exactly. Oh, that's just creepy.
The doctor said it looked like it was like a long, weird looking bug with wings. Clearly it wasn't a termite, but that's the only thing I can think of to how to describe it.
Look at what 71 said.
4 times by a spider that got through my screen. Oh yeah. They come out at night. They'll come in.
Yeah, mine decided it's just puffed up and red.
Yeah, brown recluse spiders are worse than black widows.
Yeah, those are nasty.
They get big too.
Yes, they do.
I had a swimming pool, an in-ground swimming pool in Pittsburgh when my mom and dad got divorced, and I was in college, and my senior year I didn't want to live in the dorms anymore, so my mom we rented a house together, and I loved that house. It had a big in-ground swimming pool in the back, and remember my boa constrictor story?
Yes.
Okay, that was the same house. So one night I come home drunk from the bars and go for a night swim with a boyfriend. And we're in there swimming, and I see two big things in there moving around, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought they were birds. Here, they were huge wolf spiders. And if you ever saw a
Ew.
wolf spider, it looks like a freaking tarantula. And it was the size of a tarantula. There were two of them in the pool.
Ew.
Oh my God, I almost died.
Yeah, I would have freaked out. Ew.
Got got them out with the pool skimmer. And he didn't kill them. I wouldn't let him kill them, but I don't know if they died from the chlorine. I don't know. They weren't there in the morning where he dumped them over at. But yeah, I was swimming with two tarantulas.
Ew.
Water
Yeah.
moccasins.
Yeah. We've
I
got
was
those
in
here.
your ears, mouth, and nose all the time.
I know, isn't that gross?
So let me look this up for you guys because I know there's a statistic on how many bugs we eat knowingly. Hold on.
Yuck. Well, my cats weren't very
How
good
many
hunters.
bugs do human beings eat unknowingly?
According to WYFF, Americans eat, on average, 2 pounds of flies, maggots, and other bugs each year, according to Scientific American blog.
I'm gonna barf.
Ew.
We eat 2 pounds of flies, maggots, and other bugs a year. I can't even. How do we eat flies and maggots?
Probably in our food.
Oh, for the love of Pete, I cannot.
Oh, that makes me gag, I have to say. I'm
I
surprised.
know, OG fish.
Yeah.
I went into a swamp once walking where snakes could have been and found a 14-foot one and ran.
Ew.
Did you really? So here's my story with the boa constrictor. So it was this house that my mom and I were renting. I was a senior in college. Of course, so when you're a senior in college, you're partying all the time. So I was doing my fair share of partying and came home drunk one night. And my favorite thing to do was go swimming drunk. Always. And normally I had people with me. If it wasn't my girlfriends, it was a random guy. So I was alone. And I took a swim and I got out and I saw this freaking yellow and white python squirming across our lawn. I run in the house, it's like 2 in the morning, run in the house screaming, wake my mother up. There's a freaking boa constrictor in the backyard, and I'm screaming not to let the dog out because it would eat the dog. And she's like, I'm so sick of your drunk shit. I know you're on drugs. I know it. You're on drugs. You're hallucinating. And she calls my father. They were divorced. He shows up at 3 in the morning and they sit me down and they lecture me on drug use and how they were going to call a rehab center and I wasn't allowed to do this. And meanwhile, I'm in college. I wasn't allowed to do that. They were trying to ground me. And I'm telling them, I am not on drugs. I promise you, there was a freaking boa constrictor or a python, but I promise you, nobody wanted to believe me. I was a big drug addict. And here, I went to bed. My mom went to bed. We get up in the morning and it was the noon news. We're sitting there. Thank God my mother put the news on. So the news comes on, and lo and behold, one of the things was that a person's pet python escaped their home in my neighborhood.
And
it
you
showed
saw
it.
it.
And it was yellow and white, just as I
Ugh.
described. Oh my God, I never let my parents live that down for how bad they tortured me. But yep, they saw it on the news. Thank God they did a news story on it. Hey,
No
Sandy and
kidding. Hi,
Sandy.
Sandy. Paige, I'm with you. I don't. Yeah, I don't kill daddy long legs, but if there's any other kind of
Do
spiders,
you know
they're
daddy long legs are the most poisonous spider in the world, though, right?
they are,
They
but
just
they
can't.
don't. They
They
just want
can't
other
bite.
bugs. Uh-uh.
They can't
And
bite because their legs are too high.
and I'm surprised that there was even a spider that got to my arm because usually if these cats find a spider or any kind of bug, they'll eat it before you can even get to it.
I don't kill things. I feel too bad.
I don't when it's things that can bite me, like spiders.
They're just trying to live their spider ass life and eat a bug or two.
I'm not a bug. Don't bite me. Go find one.
They only bite if they feel threatened. So you
Well, I
must
was
have
sleeping.
moved or something.
I must have, and it decided to bite me, and I hope that the cats found it and ate it.
Poor bugs. Poor damn spider. Oh, Millie got. Oh my God, guys, Millie. All right, so here's a story for poor little innocent kitten Millie.
Oh no.
I was at work, and Bella was home alone. It was on, when was it? Last Saturday, I think. Yeah. No, it was last Sunday. So Bella was home and a bee got in the house, which is strange because in California, where I'm at least, there are hardly, I'll see maybe 2 bees a year, which is sad. But we just don't have them. So anyway, there was a bee in here and it was on the kitchen floor. I don't know if it was dying or what was going on with it. And
Oh
Bella said,
no.
she saw Millie going crazy, chasing something on the floor. She didn't know what it was, so she looked, saw it was a bee. And just as she went to grab Millie, Millie ate it. And
Oh no.
it stung her in the mouth. And she's never felt that before, right? Bella said she jumped straight up in the air, did the Halloween cat thing, and ran around the house, up and down the hallway, around the living room, in and out of the
Oh,
bedroom for like 3 minutes straight
poor baby.
because it hurt her. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
right.
So she learned her first don't eat a bee lesson in life.
Yes. Oh, poor Millie. If she wasn't such a piggy, she wouldn't have tried to eat the bee. No, I don't know. These guys would probably do the same thing. Anything that moves, you know.
Wait,
I
wait, hold on. What did Paige say here? A cicada is one kind of bug, but a cicada killer bee is a bug that kills cicada. There's a bee that
ew.
kills cicadas. Cicadas are huge.
Yeah, they are.
I've never seen a cicada killer bee.
I haven't either.
We should look one up.
I think so.
Wait, am I on Google Chrome? I can't share screen if I'm not.
Ew, that sounds scary.
Shit, I'm not on Google Chrome. I don't think it's going to let me share the screen. Wait, let me try. Use Chrome if you'd like to share audio with your screen. Okay, I might be able to share screen. So hold on. Let me get it. Cicada killer bee.
That's creepy.
I mean, I knew we had killer bees. I didn't know they.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ooh. Oh,
Scary.
hell no. Yeah, hold on. We're going to share it. I can remember how to share shit. Share screen. Share screen. Select window. How the hell do I do that? Hold on, guys. Select window or screen?
That is just creepy. That sounds creepy.
What am I sharing?
Let
Can
me
you
go
see the Google screen?
just a
Did it
second.
switch? I need you to look.
No, I don't see nothing switched.
What are you seeing?
All I see is, oh, now I see it. What
Is
the
it a
hell?
bee? Is it a bee?
Yes, it looks like a bee to me.
All right, here. Ooh, look. Wait, it's on a cicada
Ugh.
thing. Let me
Ew.
blow it up.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
How do you blow this up?
Ew, and they sting?
Well, hell yeah. Look, it's eating a cicada right
Yeah.
here.
And they sting people too? Oh, hell no. Ew. No, no,
Ooh, they're in
no.
New York. Look at it, it's riding a cicada.
Ugh. No, 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 no. That's just nasty.
When the hell did we create these in life?
I don't have any idea. That's creepy. And why are they after the cicadas anyway? What did the
Oh,
cicadas do
wait.
to them?
Listen, it says, don't let their impressive size cause fear. They're mild mannered.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
sweet. They're nice.
But they want to kill cicadas. That's not nice.
Yes. That's their thing in life, is to kill a cicada.
Ugh.
Okay, we learned something tonight.
The honey badger learned, don't mess with those. Oh, but they're sweet. I guess I could. As
Millie
long
is a killer 71.
I had a cat named Salem, and he was a hunter. He would catch mice. Oh, we had terrible mice one year where we lived when we lived. My husband and I had just gotten married. We lived on a feedlot because he worked with cattle. And oh my gosh, we had mice. Salem would catch these mice and he literally would lay outside my bedroom door with dead mice just waiting for me. Like he brought them to me. One time
Yeah.
he dropped one that was still half alive in my shoe. Oh, it was horrible. I was forever sweeping up dead mice and throwing them out across the road into the ditch. And oh, it was awful.
My Siamese cat did that too. My Siamese cat was so smart. He knew how to open my windows. In my house I grew up in, the windows, it wasn't like the windows these days. They were old fashioned where it had like a lever. He knew how to pull the lever down, push it, and get out. And he would come and it would lead to a little roof above our patio porch. And he would jump off there, go kill something,
And bring
jump
it to
back
you.
up, and leave it on my bed.
Oh,
I would come home from
gross.
school with dead animals all over my bed. One
Oh,
time there were like
sick.
4 birds dead on my bed.
Oh, gross.
It was so traumatizing. I was so mad at him. His name was Samuel.
Oh
He
my
was a
God.
killer.
That's smart though. My Manx cat, he is really smart. He knows that you have to use the doorknob, to open the door. He tries so hard. He'll stretch his body out as far as he can
To
go,
turn the doorknob.
and he'll get his paws on that doorknob and he'll just mess with it. And he's like, come on, he can't quite do it. But he
Yeah.
figured out how to turn on like the faucet in the bathroom sink. He figured out how to press it with his paw to turn it on. Yeah.
Ooh, what's a barn sparrow?
Oh, those are nasty little critters. They'll come after you.
All right, we got to look up a barn sparrow
Yep.
now. Hold on.
Sandy, the time change is definitely going to throw me off. I hate the time change.
Does it start tonight?
Yes, at 2 a.m., I believe.
I hate the time change too. Oh, they're cute.
That must have been fun trying to get it out of the house.
Yeah, how did you get it out of the house? What did you do?
We had a bat. We had a bat in our house once. That was pretty scary.
Oh, hell no. How did you get that out?
My husband used a tennis racket and a bucket, and he managed to swat the thing, and it didn't hurt. It didn't kill it or anything. It just kind of knocked it silly a little bit, and he held the tennis racket over the bucket and went out and threw it outside. It flew away. I mean, it didn't hurt it any, but it was like, you don't need to be living in my house there, dude. Yeah,
Here,
they are cute. The birds are cute.
Look how fat it is. It's adorable. Are they little or big?
They're not very big. But they'll swoop at you and stuff.
Oh, look at these guys.
Have to.
They're all huddled together.
Yes, they make a big mess of mud, and they make their nests in the weirdest places too.
Why are they sitting in shit?
They're not. It's mud.
Oh, why?
Because that's how they use mud and sticks and stuff to build their nest. But yeah, you don't want them around. Because if you like, say if you go out in your garage, that's happened before with my parents having the garage door open and they'll build a nest in there. Well, if there's babies in that nest, then the mamas will come after you. They'll swoop at you and they'll peck you if they can get you.
Okay, this says, why are swallows a pest bird? Mud, cliff, or barn swallows flock to homes, building and structures, building their gourd or cup-shaped mud nests with a mix of sand, grass, hair, and feathers. The little nest can be very prolific, with colonies of several hundred nests lined up vertically.
Oh my.
Swallows' ugly bowl-shaped nests under the overhangs and ledges of buildings can
Yeah.
create a real distraction. For businesses that store processed displays, that swallow dropping. Oh, they poop on
Yeah.
things.
They
Okay.
poop all over everything.
But that's all they do. They're just living a bird life.
They are.
What else are they supposed to do? They have to poop.
Yep. That's why
Okay,
you don't want them to be like in your garage or anything. They try. They try to build nests in anything like that, but yeah, if they're far away from, where you have to walk or anything, it's not that big of a deal. But if sometimes they'll try to build like up under your porch ledge and stuff, and it's like, no, I don't want you to poop here.
I saved a bird and raised it, and it died in my arms.
Oh,
Sandy, do you want to talk about stink
yuck.
bugs? Pittsburgh, I had stink bugs. It was like an infiltration every freaking day.
Yuck.
They were everywhere and they smelled so bad. And Bella used to suck them up with a vacuum cleaner, and you can't do that because then the smell gets through the whole house.
Yuck.
Oh my God. When we moved out here, I haven't seen a stink bug since.
Yeah, we haven't seen any stink bugs for many years around here.
71. Do you get stink bugs where you're at in PA? Yes, they do stink up the whole house, Sandy. OG Fish, you live by San Juan Capistrano. I think stink bugs, didn't they come from Japan?
I think so.
I just
We
remember being, 1 year I never heard of a stink bug. The next year they were all over the house.
we get those Asian beetles. Those things will bite. They look kind of like ladybugs, except they're more orange and they're not as nice as ladybugs. They'll bite you and it hurts.
I saw a horsefly for the first time in my life the other
Those things
day.
are huge.
They're bigger than a bumblebee.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't know
they're
what it
huge.
was. I was screaming, "What the hell is this newfound bug?"
As I laugh.
Screaming because it was in my kitchen. And my husband comes out. He goes, "That's a horsefly." I'm like, "That's not a horsefly." I always thought those big flies were horseflies. Like I thought they were just a regular fly, but big, and that's why they called them horseflies. This thing was 20 times the size of any fly I ever saw in my life.
Yuck. Yuck. Did you get it out of the house or did you have to swat it?
I left my screen door open and
And it went out?
it was at night. It was attracted to my light in the kitchen.
Oh.
So I shut out the lights and I left the screen door open and it flew out, went after the porch light.
Oh, good.
I set it up. I turned on the porch light. I did like a,
Yeah.
swatted to get him out of here.
Right.
And he left. I never saw him again.
And you're like, good riddance. Go bother someone else now. Go do your fly things.
Couldn't imagine getting bit by that thing. I'm telling you, that thing was 3 inches.
I don't blame you, 71. I wouldn't go outside much either with the whole Lyme disease thing. No. I don't blame you a bit.
I had Lyme disease too.
That's miserable. I haven't had it, but I know people that have, and that's horrible.
Yeah.
Paige said she had horses when she was young. Flies come with animals. Oh yeah, I lived on a feedlot. You want to talk about flies? Oh, all those cattle.
See,
Yeah.
I think this probably isn't a good thing, but I love it. In LA, there's like literally 0 bugs.
That would be good.
None.
Except for the spiders.
Flying bugs, I should say. I could leave my screen door open, and I do because my back is fenced in, and I can let the dog run in and out of the house. So there probably in a year's time, I'll get 2 bugs in the house.
Oh,
That's probably
wow.
not a good thing. We should have bugs, you know what I mean? But there are
Right.
none. There are none,
That
and I
would be
love it.
good. I'm liking it because we've had a couple of hard freezes, and so that pretty much kills all the creepy crawlies and the
Yeah.
flying bugs and stuff.
Well,
So I don't mind that.
the spiders come in the house when it gets cold, though.
Yes, I know they
Sandy,
do.
oh, you have a lizard that gets in the kitchen window every day?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's fun.
I just saw a big, huge bearded dragon on top of my steps the other day, and it was frozen in fear from my dog.
Did dog even pay attention to it?
No, he didn't see it.
Oh,
I don't know how, but he didn't. Um, well, because my steps are tan.
so it kind of
They're
blended
painted
in.
tan, yeah,
Yeah.
and it was very blended in. I almost didn't see it. We do have praying mantises a lot though, and a lot of hummingbirds. And I love
Oh, I
hummingbirds.
love hummingbirds. I haven't seen one of those for a long time.
There's a couple that come to my porch because I have petunias
Yep.
growing in a hanging basket. And they
Oh,
come over and do something to I don't know what it does to the petunias. It does something because they come almost every day. They're
oh.
beautiful. And then I haven't seen it happen since.
Hey,
But what
Enchanted.
Oh my God!
We did take a 3-hour
Enchanted.
tour, just like Gilligan's Island. We got stranded.
There's my enchanted. Okay.
71 is on fire right now, overheated. I always have a fan on too. Surprisingly, I don't tonight, but usually I do.
Paige, yeah, I know. When I was in Pittsburgh, I could never leave my windows open. I can leave my everything open and nothing comes except spiders.
That would be nice to be able to do that because, yeah, there's all kinds of flying
But
bugs here.
but let me tell you this story. So when we first moved out here 5 years ago, it was probably like 2 months later. I get up in the morning and I look outside and just enjoying the beautiful sunset. And I can't even really even see anything. And it was millions and millions of butterflies.
Oh my
They were
gosh.
all over the freeway. They were all through LA. You couldn't even see. They would
Were
bang
they
into you if you look.
migrating?
They were migrating to Oregon.
Oh, wow.
And the path they took that year was through LA. And
That is cool.
it was the most beautiful and amazing thing I ever seen in my
Wow.
life. I'm talking millions of butterflies.
I
It
can't
was
even imagine.
They were gorgeous. And they were everywhere. And people were bitching because they're driving on the freeway. They were banging
Yeah.
into it was sad though, banging into the windshields and stuff. But yes, they were everywhere. And I don't know how often that happens, if it's yearly.
Huh.
But that year they went through LA to get to Oregon.
That's so cool.
I never saw it happen any other years after that. So
One of the worst things, and it's nothing nice like your beautiful butterflies, but I will never forget when I was a little girl where we lived. It was a brand new like housing addition, so there was only like our house and two other houses out there. And it was, I don't know, probably early October, and it was a really warm day and it was really nice out, and I was outside playing with my dad in the yard, and all of a sudden there was like snakes, all kinds of snakes
oh hell
everywhere,
no.
and they're, just little garter snakes, but I'm terrified of any kind of snake. So I
Yeah.
ran in the house, and my dad went to, I mean, it was like the ground was alive, you guys, of snakes.
Ooh.
Our dog was killing snakes as fast as she could. And she finally just was so exhausted. She went and laid down and looked at my dad like, I don't know what to do.
What were they doing?
We were watching them. My mom and my Nana and I were standing in the window watching. It looked like the ground was alive, just thousands of snakes.
Why though?
Well, I called my grandma who lived 3 miles away, and I was like, Grandma, you'll never believe this. And I was telling her about these snakes, and she said, oh, honey, there's going to be a bad snowstorm here shortly. They're all getting ready to go hibernate. And I was thinking, no way, because it was like in the upper 70s. It was nice out. And sure enough, about 3 days later, we had a major blizzard. But it was
Poor
disgusting.
snakes.
Oh my God. Our neighbor lady was going back and forth with her car in the street, just running over snakes and running over snakes. It was horrible. Thousands and thousands. It just
Wonder
looked,
where the hell they came
I,
from.
well, where we lived, there was cornfields behind us and empty
Oh,
lots. So I'm assuming that's where they were coming from. I don't know where the hell they were going, but what their instinct, I'm assuming, told them to go wherever to hibernate. But I've never seen such a crazy thing in my life. It looked like the ground was just alive.
I would have cried.
Oh, it was horrible. I would not go outside. Yeah. And once it snowed, I was good because I knew that they weren't out there anymore.
Yeah.
But and then every year, we never saw that ever again. But then every
Yeah.
year I was terrified when it would get, to the fall time where it could
Mhm.
possibly snow because I was afraid that would happen again. But we never saw it again. It was crazy.
I never saw the butterflies again either. I always hope it happens in the end of it was like September, I think, October-ish time. We get a ton of crows.
Do you? Look at Enchanted's
I
comment.
know that's what made me think of the birds. We get a ton of crows here
Ooh.
in the fall. Tons. This year we didn't get so many, but normally they're just everywhere.
Sandy, I really just, yeah, it was terrifying. My heart was beating so fast. I remember that so well and how bad it scared me. It was awful.
I would have moved.
It was just awful. We used to get snakes a lot. When not to that extent, but we would get garter snakes a lot, and our dog would kill them and try to bring them to you, and it was like, no, I don't want it.
Poor snakes. Garter snakes are harmless.
I know, but they're still scary. My
This is
mom,
how you have to look at a snake. It's just a lizard without feet.
ugh, the slithering gets me every time.
Hey,
Sandy, I know.
Ladybug.
Hey, Ladybug. Sandy, I am with you. Snakes are my biggest fear. My mom kind of scared us of snakes because of water moccasins. Where we lived wasn't very far from the river. And so she kind of scared us, of snakes in general. Hello,
Oh,
meow.
so Paige, you've seen the butterfly migration?
That's beautiful.
It's amazing. I have pictures of it. I'll have to show you guys. I have videos and pictures of it.
71 said that she used to get a lot of snakes too, but since the gas industry came in, they're gone.
Crows
Oh,
scare me too. And these
they're
ones,
spooky.
yeah. Hi, meow. Meow, meow.
Yes. It's good to
Cute.
see you, meow. Yeah, we don't have, if you go to the western part, I'm in Nebraska. So if you go to the western part of the state, there's rattlesnakes there. Usually here it's just bull snakes and garter snakes, which neither one are,
Yeah.
they're not
We have
harmful.
rattlesnakes. We
Bull
have
snakes,
rattlesnakes.
bull snakes hiss and they act ridiculous, but they'll wrap around your arm. I watched our neighbor guy pick one up once, grabbed it by the back of the head, and he said, I'm going to take it out and release it in the cornfield where it needs to go. And it was like, yeah, take it way in the cornfield so it doesn't come back. So that's what he did.
Here. If you drive, like if you're driving to Vegas from here and you're driving through the desert, you stop at a rest stop, there's signs up everywhere with rattlesnake warnings.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Meow, you had a big snake in your house? Ooh, I would freak out. Yeah, I can't do snakes. They scare me too bad. Even just looking at snakes, I start feeling like really panicky and stuff. It's weird, but oh, I didn't know that, Ginger, that bull snakes are constrictors. That makes sense because the way that it wrapped around my neighbor's arm, that makes total sense when you say that. Enchanted, yeah, garter snakes will even do that. They'll open their mouth and try to bite you. I've never been bitten by one, but my dad used to say, if you see one, stay away from it because if they bite you, it might make you a little bit sick. But I don't know. I never got close enough because I'm too scared.
I've seen a bunch of eagles too, Paige. It's crazy you said that. I've seen a lot of owls lately too.
Oh, I love owls. Oh, meow. You think it was an anaconda?
They live in anacondas live in the
Amazon?
Yeah, where do you live?
Hey, that guy. Ginger, I'm in Nebraska, so yeah, if you were in Western Kansas at the time, yeah, bull snakes are a big thing. I'm in the city now, so I don't see them as much, but yeah, when
What's
I
up,
grew up,
Mr. That guy?
he's doing some more clandestine. I can't even talk. Shit.
Clandestine.
Thank you.
Clandestine.
I can't talk.
Clandestine shit.
Ew, Ginger, I didn't know that bull snakes had serrated teeth. Well, that makes sense, I guess, because they eat rodents and bunny rabbits and stuff like that.
Well, meow, maybe it was a
Python or a boa.
yeah, because I told a story about there being a python in my backyard and it escaped from somebody in our neighborhood had a pet one and it escaped and went through the neighborhood. And I saw it in my backyard. It was huge. It was
Ginger,
yellow and white.
that's crazy. Ginger, yeah, in Kansas, there's a lot of rattlesnakes because my grandma told me once that her sister lived in Kansas and her boys, they were adults, they would go out and kill rattlesnakes and they'd bring them home. So they would clean them and then she would cook them and they'd eat the rattlesnake.
Where did you see a Komodo lizard once? At the zoo?
Oof.
If you want to get rid of small birds hanging around your house,
Yeah, I've heard that before.
An owl.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. You see that here every once in a while too.
You know what I see a lot? Did
What?
you know what pineapples? So if you go to Georgia ever and you see cast iron pineapples on the fence railing or anywhere, you'll see a lot of them. Pineapples are what they used to use in the olden days when you had guests. You would put a pineapple out. When the
Really?
pineapple was gone, that's how the guests knew that they had to leave.
Oh, wow.
Because they wouldn't tell people they had to leave. They would
right. The pineapple was just gone.
Yeah. So if you ever, and it was a big thing in the South. So to this day, because my dad lives in Savannah, Georgia, if you go to Georgia, you will see that pineapples, and it's just a sign of that tradition.
That's cool. Oh, Ginger,
Yeah.
you got bit by a bull snake while you were mowing the yard once? Oh, hell no.
Wait, you ate a rattlesnake, Ginger? What the hell did it taste like? What do you mean it passed through your house door, Meow? Where do you live, Meow? She said she saw a Komodo dragon and an anaconda.
Yikes.
You only see those in the zoo.
I bet it was a python or a boa, maybe. I don't know about the Komodo dragon.
Those things are huge.
They are huge.
They're the size of a freaking alligator.
Oh, sorry, Meow.
Well, how did you have a Komodo dragon come in your door?
Yikes.
Sorry. How did you get a Komodo dragon come through your door? Now I'm curious. My son got his 5-year stepdaughter a African frog. Didn't realize the thing could rip off a finger feeding. Oh my gosh. They had to hold me back from going to the pet store. They bite.
Yikes.
I didn't know.
Hey, Tam Tam.
Tam. What's
Good
up, girl?
to see you, hon.
We're not talking about schlongs tonight.
No, not yet. It hasn't gone that direction. We're talking about scary things like snakes, and you see all kinds of stuff in Australia, I'm sure. Paige, your friend got stung by a Florida scorpion.
Oh,
ooh.
Hell no.
That doesn't.
To look things up. All right, so what are we looking up? I need to see what a bull snake looks like.
They're ugly dudes. They hiss.
Wait, let's look up the African frog first. I've never seen an African frog.
Ugh.
Oh, he's cute. I love frog. You know, I washed a frog and I was devastated.
Oh.
I washed him by accident.
That would make me feel sad. I used to like to play with toads. I used to play with those all the time when I was a little girl.
Oh my God. In Pennsylvania, I had a koi pond in my backyard, man-made. We had it built. And I had koi in there. So frogs would come every year. And you couldn't even walk on my patio because they would be out there humping.
Oh, God.
And stuck to each other.
Was it frogs or toads?
Toads.
Okay.
So Bella She didn't know what the hell they were doing.
No, uh-uh.
One day she comes running in the house with two huge toads stuck together. And she's like, "Look, Mom, look, they love each other. It's a mommy and a baby." And I'm like, "Oh my God, get it out of the house." And here it was two toads humping.
Did you know that toads will eat their own babies?
Yes.
And
Well,
I used to, when I was a little kid, it would freak me out so bad. I would go and get the broom and swat it on the head so it would let the babies
yeah.
go. I used to do that all the time. And my dad was like, "It's just the way nature is." And I would cry, "No, it's eating its babies."
Look how cute he is. This African frog.
But he's not very nice.
No, he'll eat your fingers, she said.
Did you see Tam Tam said that she wished she could send us a picture because she saw a Komodo dragon last week in the woods behind her house, and it was
Oh,
the
yeah.
size of her 9-year-old son.
Oh my God, they're mean too, aren't they, Tam? I heard they were vicious.
71 cooked a bird in her exhaust once when it flew in it as she was driving. Oh gosh.
Look at these damn things. Look at this Komodo dragon. Can
Yeah,
you
they're
see it?
scary.
Do you see my screen though? Is it
Yes,
showing it?
yes, yep, we can see it.
Could
Those
you
things are
imagine?
scary.
Could you imagine seeing that in your backyard?
No, I would die right there. Ooh, they puff up and get angry. That's scary.
Yeah. Look, that looks like a full-grown man with muscles.
Tam Tam said she took a photo and ran. She was scared of it. Hell yes, I would be too.
I want to
Oh,
see it.
look, last night she said they went for a walk to see the Christmas lights and they
Yeah.
saw a tawny mouth.
What's
Is that
that?
an owl? A possum and a platypus all within 15 minutes of each other. Oh, how cool.
Aw. Look at this bad boy.
Yowzer. That's
Ooh.
scary. I would run too, Tam Tam.
Oh, they're venomous.
Mm-hmm.
Known for their notorious venomous hunting strikes. They have bacteria in their saliva that kills their prey. Oh God. And then
Yikes.
well, it says they're lizard. They weigh as much as a panda bear.
Good Lord. That is just
Ooh.
terrifying. Ew.
Look at his saliva.
That's terrifying.
They live on their own island. Komodo dragons are only present on 5 Indonesian islands and no other country in the world. Well, Tam Tam can tell them they're wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, they
Paige.
originated in Australia. Look.
There you go.
According to various research publications, including there's new fossil evidence that suggests Komodo dragons originated in Australia. Oh my God. Tam,
Wow.
they're saying that these things only live in Indonesia. If you saw one in Australia, you should probably call the news with your picture.
No kidding, I would.
Because they're saying they don't come off that island.
Hell, they do so. She's got a picture.
Ooh, look at his tongue.
Yuck. Paige, you went to a game dinner and you ate some kind of snake and ostrich. And the ostrich was like red meat, sort of like filet mignon, and it was good.
Ooh,
You're braver than me.
they swim.
I don't know, Meow. They can eat humans? I'm sure they could. They're huge.
Yeah, look at it. Ooh, look at this guy. They're just sitting there like he's normal. They're
Hell
eating
no,
in a
I would
restaurant.
run.
Tam, you need to call the news because these things only live in Indonesia on 5 different islands, but they originate from Australia.
So that tells me there's still some around, obviously.
Yeah.
Paige said her sister had 2 Komodo dragons as babies, and then once they got to a certain age, like 3 to 5 years, she gave them to the zoo.
Oh, yeah. What else can we look up? Bull snake.
They're ugly.
Ooh.
They're ugly.
Poisonous. Are they poisonous?
No, they're not, but they're just nasty dudes. They're not very nice tempered.
Oh, hell no. Dude, that
They
was like
hiss.
a cobra.
They hiss and they act all crazy. When I was a little girl, we had gotten a puppy, and our puppy was outside in our fenced yard one afternoon, and she was barking and barking and barking and barking and barking. And my mom went out there and was like, "What is your problem? Come on." She wouldn't come in the house. And so my mom couldn't figure out what she was doing. She was over by our air conditioning unit, And my mom walked out there and she heard this like hissing sound. And there was a humongous bull snake curled up behind the air conditioning unit, and the dog had it trapped. So it was hissing at the dog and acting all crazy. And our neighbor guy came and got that one too and took it to the cornfield.
When we went to Joshua Tree out here in LA, and it's out in the desert where all the Joshua trees are, and it's beautiful. And that's where I saw the Milky Way and all the shooting stars. I saw like 5
Oh, cool.
and it's amazing out there. So anyway, we've got an Airbnb right in the middle of the desert, desolate. Like when I'm dropped right in the middle of the desert, you couldn't see another house for miles.
Wow.
And we were as soon as the sun went down, because the Airbnb left like facts, like be careful, this, that, and the other thing. You're in the middle of the damn desert. And it said a lot about not messing with the wood pile because there are rattlesnakes. And when the sun goes down, be careful if you have your dog with you. As soon as the sun went down, all you heard was rattling. They were you couldn't see where they were, but you could hear them.
Ew.
And oh my God, it was terrifying.
Hey, Sugar Beet.
Hey, Sugar Beet.
Tam, I believe you 100% that you saw that. That is just scary. Ugh.
No, that's cool that you saw that, because maybe they don't know they're there, and you discovered it.
Sandy had 8 wild turkey in her yard today and 3 white-tailed deer.
Where do you live?
When we lived out in the country, I had a beautiful poinsettia petunia basket, and the deer would eat it.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I guess so much for that. I hope you enjoyed it, dear.
My dad, when we lived in Pennsylvania, he used to feed the deer. They would come every night. I know that guy. Of course, they originated from Australia. Australia is beautiful, but everything in Australia can kill you. Bellettes filmed a TV show in Australia, and I showed it. Remember that day I showed it and we got our channel got struck? They shut our channel down. Meanwhile, I'm playing my own daughter.
Yeah, I remember that.
We went to the zoo the next day because we had like 5 days to spend in Australia. We went to the zoo and we were sitting on a wall, and there was like a little pond, and this bird, I've never seen this bird in my entire life. It was the size of a horse, and it was swimming towards us. Ugh. It had big, bulgy pink eyes. It tried to kill Bella and pull her in the water.
Oh my God.
Her shirt. I'm literally pulling her, and it's pulling her. We're like tug of warring with it, with this big bird I've never seen in my life, trying to pull her in the pond water. It was pink.
That's scary.
It wasn't a flamingo. Tam, what kind of bird was that? It had big, bulgy eyes. It was hilarious looking.
Oh, Paige, your mom had a rescue farm for animals that were hit by cars or animals people didn't want. They had deer, black Russian boar, elk, a ram, a skunk, a lion. Wow. A tiger? That's cool. Some of those for a short time.
They have, there's wild peacocks in Palos Verdes? I didn't know that.
I hate peacocks. The ones that are at the zoo here, they'll chase you. They come after you.
I know. They did at my zoo, too. They're beautiful, though. I didn't know Palos Verdes had peacocks.
Now you're going to be looking for peacocks. You're going to be on a peacock hunt.
I go to Palos Verdes all the time to go whale watch.
Then now you're going to have to peacock watch.
Yep, I'm going.
And Janet, I'm with you. My mom and I were terrified of the bull snake. So yeah, my neighbor came and got it too and took it to the cornfield. Ugh. My mom was like, will you kill it, please? And he was like, no, I won't, because they're good. They eat rodents. And I was like, okay, well.
And Shannon said there ain't no snake making it.
Yeah.
With her garden hoe.
That cracks me up. There was always a lot of snakes at my grandma's house too, and I'm so terrified of them. She used to go out in the garden hoe made me think of that. I know. She used to go outside with the garden hoe, and she would go and walk through the yard and stuff to make sure there was no snakes before I went out to play with my cousins. And then she would sit outside in the lawn chair with the hoe right there just in case one happened to pop up.
That guy, that is so mean. Pretentious dicks. If I had the money, I'd live in Palos Verdes in 2 seconds flat. So beautiful there. I love going to the Bluffs.
Look, Paige
Oh,
said they had peacocks too. And yeah, the peacocks, they're loud. They're very noisy.
no, I would not want to see a big lizard climbing my house wall.
Nope.
OG, do you go to Palos Verdes? Or do you go to the Bluffs? I go to the Bluffs and watch the whales.
Whale
Well,
watching
whatever.
is awesome.
It's called a bluff. It's not a cliff. It's a bluff, that guy. Here, look. I'll look it up and show everybody.
You're in a
Hold on.
research mood tonight.
I like showing people things.
Yes.
But Palos Verdes is beautiful. Hold on. I'm pulling up some images so everybody can see.
Hey, Cheryl Steele, how are you?
Oh, Cheryl Steele, the author, is here. Here, this is where I go. Exactly. Did I share the screen? No, I didn't. I'm
Not
going to share
yet.
the screen. Hold on. It makes me do this every time.
Weird.
Okay. So this is Palos Verdes, and this is the bluff that guy calls a cliff. Isn't that
Cliffs,
beautiful?
but he said cliffs collapse.
Look how beautiful.
Yeah, that is really pretty.
And there's a park up here, and you can whale watch. And I've seen a lot of dolphins and whales there.
We did too when we went on the whale watching trip when we went to San Diego. That was so cool.
How beautiful, though. Look at this. This is only like 20 minutes from my house. 20
Wow.
minutes,
That's beautiful.
isn't it?
Sugar Beet, you had banties that weren't caged and the rooster tormented us. Those little suckers are mean.
I love roosters.
Oh, one of my friends had one when I was growing up. And oh gosh, if you were at their house, as long as you looked at him, he wouldn't come after you. But if you turned your back, he would come after you. So you had to walk backwards and just look at him. And then he would pretend he didn't see you. But the UPS guy came one day and he got ran over by accident.
Oh, no.
And
Here, look.
the parents were like, oh, that's okay. Because he was kind of mean.
Look, oh God, Palos Verdes fault running. Oh my gosh, OG fish. Did you see this? Palos Verdes fault running along coast of LA. OC could trigger a devastating earthquake. A new study from Harvard suggests that the fault running along the coast of LA and Orange counties could trigger a devastating earthquake up to 7.8 magnitude.
Ew.
Similar in scale to the one that could be unleashed by the menacing San Andreas fault. So now we have two killer faults.
Yikes. I'm staying here in tornado country.
That's crazy. And that was they just printed this article.
That's
September.
scary. Oh,
Here's
Enchanted, the deadliest place on earth, Enchanted says, is Snake Island, Brazil. I wouldn't even make it to the island. Just the whole name of it would be enough for me.
Wait, we got to look that up. What's it called? Snake Island?
Snake Island, Brazil.
All right, let's look it up. Images. Oh, hell no. Look at all these snakes.
Yep. No thanks. Nope.
Ooh, the true story of the most snake-infested island on Earth. Look at snakes.
Yuck. No, thank you.
Look at this dumb girl standing in the middle of them.
Ew. That reminds me of all the snakes that were going hibernating. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Hi, Maisie.
How did all these damn snakes get over here?
I don't know. That guy said Snake Island's history is rad. I want to know about it now.
Well, we should cover Snake Island. We should do a thing on it.
Ooh.
Snake Island, the true story of... Hold on. All right, let's get some facts out of here real quick. Where's the words? Oh.
That's
21,
creepy.
Okay. So it's 20 miles off the coast of St. Paul and southern. Okay. A lancehead viper does not exist anywhere else in the world except Snake Island. It's the deadliest snake in the Americas. The mortality rate of the golden lancehead's venom can be up to 7%, especially since help is far away in the event of a bite. The worst nightmare of a person suffering this condition would be, oh yeah, if they were dropped. Okay, so now how did they get there? Snake Island is simply littered with snakes, and they're not just small constrictors. This island is infested with a venomous cousin of the deadliest snake in the Americas. Ooh.
Gross. They can just stay right on that island. Ugh.
I need to know how they got there. Let's find out. A massive forest fire was started to clear area for a banana plantation on the island in the early 20th century. Of course, that fell through when locals realized just how many deadly residents were living on that island. Interestingly, the island was home to a lighthouse that housed keepers, but now it operates automatically with annual repairs by the Brazilian Navy, so no one even goes to the lighthouse. It's not hard to find legends about what happened to the last lighthouse keepers. Some claim that the snakes on the island staged a unified attack on them, slithering into their bedroom through the windows and biting the family as they fled in vain and died in the forest. Okay, now it'll tell us what snakes live there. The that lancehead thing.
Yuck.
And it's highly dangerous.
Yep, I wouldn't be going there.
If you get bit, it attacks your red blood cells.
Ew.
The Brazilian government does not allow people, it keeps them from visiting the island.
That's good.
If a person were to sneak on the island and get bitten, the chances are that they would be facing severe because nobody will come and save them. How many lanceheads live on Snake Island? Look,
even one is too many.
3,000 snakes are believed to live on Snake Island.
Now we're all going to have nightmares tonight about this.
Oh, hell no.
That's just scary.
Oh, in the past, estimates claimed that as many as 400,000 snakes lived on the island.
Ew. That's a good question, Enchanted. What do all these snakes eat on an island?
Well, it says here that there's not enough food resources on the island to sustain a population of 400,000. In fact, there probably never was a food source that was capable of supporting that many snakes in such a small area.
Paige, you're probably right. Do they eat each other?
Wait, I'm trying to find out. Another critter that poaching. There's a snake for every 140 square meters.
Ew.
I don't know what they eat. Ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah, you're definitely not allowed to go there. Only researchers. They have to get specific approval, and they have to have certified doctors accompany them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is like my total nightmare right there because I'm so scared of snakes.
They say the pirates go there. Bio-pirates visit the island and steal snakes for collectors and researchers.
Ew.
Yeah, it didn't say anything about what they eat. I don't know what they eat, guys.
Probably each other if they're starving.
What does a lancehead viper eat on Snake Island? Okay, what do lanceheads eat? They eat birds.
Oh, okay.
And if the babies eat lizards or nestlings, most often they're fly catchers. So just eat birds.
Yuck.
Here we go. We got our answer. Yuck is right. Oh, it's one place I'll never be visiting in my lifetime.
Yeah, you and me both.
Okay, StreamYard, boom. Okay, there we go. That is crazy as hell.
It really
Hi,
is.
Macy. Oh, Mr. Ballin's video about Snake Island. Okay. Mr. Ballin. Wanted to remember that. You know
Yeah.
that we were talking about who told us last night? Was it Ginger or
About
Millie?
what?
Was it Millie? Minnie. About Ashton Kutcher's girlfriend
Oh,
that
yeah,
got
yeah.
killed by the serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was up until like 6 in the morning reading and watching videos on that.
That guy, we're going to finish up Jim Jones here shortly.
Yeah, we're gonna do I would do a helicopter flyover too, Enchanted. We're gonna finish up Jim Jones and then we're gonna do what's the name of that cult?
Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. Is Mr. Ballin a YouTuber, Maisie? Because I can pull him up. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can find him. Mr. Ballin. That's an interesting name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Snake Island.
Paige, you're probably right. There can't be many birds left with that many snakes on that island. Ooh.
All right. I found a video called Top 3 Places You Can't Go, but people went anyways.
Sugar Beet,
Maybe
you
it's that.
adopted a spider in your front window.
That's me too. I have a spider that I watch build its web every night.
Well, my time just changed here. It went back to 1 o'clock. So,
Oh, he is good looking, Maisie. I can't find the one on Snake Island though. I was going to play it for us. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. We're going to do Jim Jones on Tuesday.
yep.
Maybe tomorrow we'll do Mr. Ballin. If I don't get copyright struck.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I just say strict?
I think you did.
We're boring tonight.
No, we're not. We're learning stuff. We didn't know about Snake Island.
No, I know. Yeah, you're screwed if you do crash over that damn island. Could you imagine? I got on this kick. Okay, it's in one of the places you shouldn't go videos. So he has like 3 of those series. Let's watch one real quick. You know what though? I'm not on Chrome, so I don't know if the audio will come through. We can try it, and you guys can tell me if we can hear the audio or not.
I'll mute.
Well, don't mute yet. I gotta get it. Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna work because I'm not on Chrome. All right, let's see. Allow Mr. Ballin. Can you see the screen with the Mr.
Yes.
Ballin?
Yep.
Okay, so hopefully the audio works. Okay, guys, can you see it and hear it?
Can't hear it.
Oh, Paige, no. So you can't hear it?
Uh-uh. Enchanted, I'm with you.
Somebody
The
tell
only
me if you could
spider I
hear it when
like.
I played it.
No,
Yes or no?
no.
Nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, Maisie
You can
said
only
no, you
see it, you
can't hear
can't
it.
hear it. Damn it. It's because I'm not on Google Chrome.
We'll
I'm
have
only
to
on
try to
Google.
play
I
it
should
maybe
have
tomorrow
streamed
night.
under Chrome, and I wasn't thinking. I didn't think we were going to be sharing screen tonight. We'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that
Because
sounds
the only
good.
way I'd be able to do it is to end the live and re-stream
Oh, yeah, we don't want to do
from
that.
Chrome. Leanne, are you there?
Yeah, can you not hear me? You can't.
Leanne.
You can't hear me?
Hello.
Can you not hear me?
I think Leanne got lost.
Can you hear me?
Leanne, are you alive?
Can you hear me?
Can you? Oh, she got booted. Can you guys hear me? If you start watching him, you will be up. I know. That happened to me last night.
Can you hear me
Oh
now?
my gosh. I was up watching that Ashton Kutcher girlfriend, or that, what was he called? The serial killer in Los Angeles.
Thank you,
The
everybody.
LA Clipper or something? I don't know, but I never knew that Ashton Kutcher, a girl he was dating, got killed by a serial killer.
Yep.
So that was fascinating. Are you back, Leanne?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was really weird.
She's a dingaling. She always does that. She's
No.
there, but she's not really there.
I was talking to you the whole time when you were saying,
So
can you guys hear the
tomorrow,
sound?
we'll stream from Chrome, and then we'll watch Mr. Ballin, and then, yeah, I think it is something with her sound. And then Tuesday we're going to finish Jim Jones, and then I believe Thursday we're starting Heaven's Gate. I know. Daddy Longlegs are the most poisonous snake in the world, Sugar Beet. But they can't bite you. I think it's because of their legs, right? Or their teeth can't puncture your skin. I can't hear Leanne.
Can't hear me at all?
Leanne, I cannot hear you.
That's weird. I can hear you.
Oh, we can't hear each other.
I can hear you. They
That
can
is
hear
the
me.
weirdest
That's
thing.
weird.
I see you over there vibrating.
Yeah, that's really weird because they can hear me. Hell if I know. God, this is entertaining.
This has never happened before. How is it that you guys can hear each of us, but we can't hear each other? Hello?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear. All right.
Are we over talking each other?
No, I'm going out and I'll come back in.
I'll just talk when your thing's vibrating, so I talk over you. Oh, she dropped. Oh my God, I hope she comes back. Oh God.
Now
talk, Leanne.
Now can you hear me?
I still can't hear you. You're a weirdo.
Hey, will you guys tell her to go out and come back in?
Watching a new show on Amazon called Outer Range. Oh, cool. I'll have to look at that.
Will you guys?
You.
I don't think
Every
it
time
is
your
me.
thing vibrates, I'm talking over you.
They can hear me though. I don't understand.
She can hear me?
Yeah.
I cannot hear her.
Maybe if she goes out.
Should drop. I think I'm gonna drop and come back. Hold on.
Sorry, you guys. This is kind of entertaining. Sorry though, it's really weird. It's all those snakes. They're taking over.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Oh my God.
You still can't hear me? You guys, this is too weird. I do not know what is going on. All of a sudden, StreamYard's possessed. Sorry for this. I don't know what's happening. It is really weird because it was like all of a sudden it was working fine, and then all of a sudden she can't hear me now. Hopefully when she comes back, she will be able to.
Hola.
Can you hear me?
Hola. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you
I cannot hear you.
Oh my God, I don't know what
What
to
the hell
do.
is going on? You know what?
I don't know.
You know what it is?
What?
It's the time change. Something happened. Am I here?
Yep,
Am
you're
I
here.
here?
You just can't hear me.
Can you hear me? My thing's not
Yes.
vibrating.
Oh Lord.
Leanne, can you hear me? I'm not vibrating. Wait, it is
Yes,
vibrating.
I can hear you.
No, I didn't hit the mute.
Thank you, Maisie. She can't hear me, so here I'm sitting here answering her, and she can't even hear what I'm saying. This is so weird. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, blame it on the time change. Is there a full moon? Does anybody know? Isn't that usually when stuff gets weird, is when there's a full moon? Enchanted, we'll have to tell Christiane to look that up. Why snakes migrate. That was just creepy. I wonder if she's restarting her phone or restarting her computer. Sugar Beet, when is the next full moon? Do you know? I guess I can try to look it up. Yeah, I know, Paige, and I don't think we really want to start all over. That's not good. I don't know what the heck is going on. StreamYard glitches, though, every once in a while.
I still cannot hear. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine. That is weird. Let me go out and I'm gonna restart
oh
my
God.
phone.
I went out 5 times 71.
Will somebody please let her know that I'm gonna restart my phone and see if it helps?
Leanne, what's Leanne doing now? You know what, Macy? It might be the Mr. Ballin thing. Let me no, we couldn't hear him because I was on Chrome. Let me the Grady twins on The Shining. I can't stand Enchanted. Oh, okay. She's gonna restart. All right, I'm gonna jump off.
Now, can you guys hear me okay? I restarted my phone, so hopefully this will help. I'm so sorry. So weird. I appreciate you guys relaying my messages to her. I think you're right, Maisie. Messing with Snake Island caused this. Yep, I'm seeing that's the problem. Oh, thank you, Sugar Beet. The 8th is the full moon. I wonder if Christiane's restarting her stuff too. Hopefully, when she comes back, we'll be able to hear each other. This is so weird. I love it, Enchanted. Pretend that You guys can hear us? Yep, 71. The honey badger is in the house because we all know the honey badger gives 0 fucks. Oh, Paige, maybe when she was trying to play Mr. Ballin, maybe something happened because it was after that where it got weird. Yep, Enchanted. Mine, it was 2 o'clock and now it's, well, now it's 1:14. So that's just so weird that all of a sudden we couldn't hear each other. What a hoot. So what do you guys think about us continuing doing our cult series? Is that something that is interesting to anyone? We're thinking about doing some paranormal stuff too, hopefully coming up soon. Christiane, where are you? Okay, good. Yeah, I've been really going down the rabbit hole with this Heaven's Gate thing. There's some weird information. And I found pictures of the actual cult leader, Marshall Applewhite. I found pictures of him when he was young. And literally, he looks nothing like, if you've ever seen his pictures or you're familiar with it, he looks kind of spooky. And when he was younger, he really wasn't a bad looking guy. And I think, oh my gosh, you totally changed. It's just a very, very strange cult, in my opinion. But hopefully it'll be interesting to everybody. I don't know that I'll have as much information as Christiane had with Jim Jones, but I'm doing my best. It'll be probably a few days. It could be, 2 or 3 days with all this information. And so if you guys have, when we're doing these presentations, if you have questions or whatever, feel free to put it in the chat. And Shannon, I know that Christiane knows somebody that was in a cult and grew up in a cult. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, thank God. That was ridiculous.
It was. We were just talking about doing the cults and stuff. And anyway, Enchanted, I think Christiane knows somebody that grew up in a cult that is going to talk with us one of these days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Paige. It's like that commercial where the guy says, "Can you hear me?" Yes.
Sugar Beet, am I the only one that didn't cancel members? Yeah, I think we only had like 7 people that kept their members, and we lost 280 subscribers. So we lost our monetization.
Yeah. Maisie, yeah, Applewhite was a really strange guy. Wait until you hear some of the weird stuff that I've dug up on him. Oh, thank you, Ginger.
Yes, Ginger. Do you guys want me to try to do the what do you call it now? Because I'm on Chrome.
No, because last time, look what it did to us.
Yeah, because I wasn't on Chrome. Oh, thank you, 71. I missed you guys too. Let me see.
Ginger says the Children of God is an interesting cult also.
I've heard of that one. Yes. I want to do that.
Yeah, you should do that one.
All right, YouTube, Mr. Ballin. Hold on.
Hey, Captain Kangaroo.
We got to learn about fucking Snake Island.
Ugh.
All right. It's called 3 Places You Should Never Go, but people did.
Yuck.
Oh, this dude's got a lot of cool content.
Like, what does he do?
Oh, look, the top 3 haunted All right, I'm going to pause that, and then I'm going to share it. Don't mute yet, though. I mean, go ahead and mute, yeah. I'm going to mute too, guys.
time, or money you may have. And for each of these locations, I'll share with you an instance of people going there anyways and what happened to them. Spoiler, it didn't end well. But before we get into today's top 3 list, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place, because that's all I do, and I upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week. If that's of interest to you, please throw the like button into the devil's kettle in Minnesota, and then subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. All right, let's get into today's stories. There is this tiny, lush, heavily forested, beautiful island 93 miles off the coast of Brazil that no matter how beautiful it looks, no one will go to this island. In fact, you're not allowed to go to it because the Brazilian Navy has forbid it. So the legend of this island really began in the early 1900s when a local fisherman was off the coast of the island and saw right on the edge of the forest were these beautiful banana trees with all these bananas that were ripe and ready to be picked. And he thought, I can easily pull my boat over to those rocks over there, hop out, grab some bananas and bring them home. No problem. That'll take me, 10 minutes to do. And so he pulls over by himself to get these bananas. He anchors his boat. He walks up the beach. He climbs up the tree and he starts hacking down some bananas. And while he's up there, he suddenly feels a sharp pain on his rib cage. And he falls out of the tree and he looks down and he's bleeding out of his rib cage because he can see it on his shirt. There's blood on his shirt. Was there a branch that jabbed me in the side? Like, what was that? And he's alone. He's 93 miles from the mainland. And so in a panic, he ditches the bananas, he runs to his boat, gets it unanchored, and starts making his way back to the mainland. But on the trek back, he passes out in the boat. Later that day, another group of fishermen see this boat kind of drifting around near some rocks, and it looks like something's wrong. So they make their way over to it, and there's this fisherman who went to get the bananas, but he's lying on his back. He's clearly dead, and he's in a pool of his own blood. 20 years after this incident, there was a lighthouse keeper that was assigned to work on this island, and he brought his family with him. They were staying in the main house of the lighthouse, and it was going fine for the first couple of days they were there. But at some point, captains of vessels that would drive past this island and relied on that lighthouse noticed that the light wasn't on. And so they reported it to the mainland, and a search party was sent out to check on the lighthouse keeper and his family to make sure that they had all their supplies and that they were okay. When they get to the lighthouse, they find the entire family is dead in their bed. And the only clue they had were these puncture marks all over the bodies of these deceased lighthouse keepers and an open window. So what killed these people that went to this island? Technically, they died from a poison that literally melts your organs within 60 minutes of coming in contact with it. But that poison comes from a very famous venomous snake called the golden lancehead viper that only exists on this island. They exist nowhere else in the world. And so this island has been dubbed Snake Island. And since nobody goes to this island, the lancehead viper population has exploded. They are thriving on this island. In fact, researchers say that there's at least 3,000 of these venomous snakes that live on this island. And for every 1 square meter of the island, there is a snake, which means if you're on this island, you are always within 1 meter of something that can kill you. And these snakes aren't just on the ground either, because their primary food source are birds. And so the snakes have begun to live in the trees and catch birds that land in the trees. Meaning, if you happen to be walking on this densely forested island, you'd be surrounded almost 360 degrees by these wickedly venomous snakes that if you are bit, you have 60 minutes to get the antidote. If you don't, you're doomed 100% of the time. Nowadays, the only people that go to this island are the Navy, who replace the batteries in the lighthouse, which is now automated because it's too dangerous to be there. They go once a year to replace those batteries. Researchers occasionally go there. And you have poachers that go to try to catch some of these snakes because they're so rare, they can sell on the black market for 10 to 30,000 US dollars. But many of these poachers that manage to sneak onto the island just get bit by these vipers and die. So there you go, karma.
As LA County Sheriff, Alex Villanueva has failed time and again.
Okay, that's just scary. He does a good job with that.
Yeah, he's hot.
Yeah, he is. He is good looking.
I'll be watching him. Thank you, Macy, for that suggestion.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, fuck that island.
I
Sugar
agree.
Beat.
I agree. Sugar Beet. Yeah.
But that's
That's-
weird though. They found the whole family in the lighthouse.
Dead with the window open.
Yeah, like what did they do? Climb up the fucking lighthouse?
Probably.
I mean, the windows to a lighthouse are high.
Yeah, I know.
So how did they get up there?
Your guess is as good as mine, but if they can climb trees way high, like he was talking about, ugh.
I don't
Yeah.
know, Enchanted. That's a good question. If they eat people.
I don't think so, because I don't think they're big enough to eat people. They eat birds.
Oh, sure. You wanted to see the other two places on his list? I'm sorry. Hold on. I'll grab it. I just kind of cut it off on the Snake Island thing.
Yeah, Snake Island is just creepy.
We like Mr. Ballin.
Yeah, I'll be checking out his channel.
Comes from a very famous venomous snake called the golden lancehead viper that only exists on this island. They exist nowhere else in the world. And so this island has been dubbed Snake Island. And since nobody goes to this island, the lancehead viper population has exploded. They are in early 1945, during World War II, the British decided they wanted to take back Ramree Island from the Japanese. Ramree Island is a fairly large, totally flat island off the coast of Burma that was a great staging location to fly air campaigns onto the mainland. So it was a great air base. And the British had actually owned this island, but the Japanese had taken it back from them in 1942. And so here they are in 1945 looking to take it back. So on January 21st, 1945, British and Indian infantry stormed the beaches of Ramree to try to take it back. As soon as they land, they have all this naval artillery support just bombing the crap out of this airbase, and it was just a matter of time before they overwhelmed the remaining Japanese. But the Japanese do not want to surrender, and instead they give up the airbase that they were on, so the British take that back, and the remaining 1,000 Japanese soldiers started retreating to the opposite end of the island, to where there was a much larger battalion of Japanese soldiers that they could meet up with. But the only issue with this particular retreat was they would have to go through 10 miles of mangrove swamp where there's poisonous spiders and insects and deep mud, making it almost impossible to move. But they're determined and they head off into the swamp. But what the Japanese were not ready for is what Ramree Island is famous for: a creature that makes poisonous snakes and spiders and insects look like child's play. And they were walking directly into its den. The British troops decided we're not going to go chasing them into the swamp. And instead, what they did is they set up boats, blocking positions outside of the swamp. If any of the Japanese tried to escape, they would be there waiting. And so the only way the Japanese could get out of there would be to go to the absolute other end, 10 miles away, where their Japanese counterparts were. So that night, as the British are just kind of hanging out in their boats, staring at the swamp, they start hearing screams coming from inside of the swamp. And it's Japanese soldiers. Then you hear gunfire and then silence. And then it would start all over again. All over this huge swamp was just screams, gunfire, silence, screams, gunfire, silence. And the British are watching this like, do we have troops in there? What's going on in there? What was going on in there is defined by the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest massacre of humans caused by animals. And not just any animal, saltwater crocodiles. These massive man-eating crocodiles can weigh up to 1,000 kilograms or 2,200 pounds. They can grow to be 7 meters in length or about 23 feet in length. And National Geographic has labeled these crocodiles as the most likely to eat a human of all animals. And Ramree Island has the largest population of saltwater crocodiles in the world. And they all lived inside of the swamp that the Japanese had gone into. A lot of them were bleeding from the battle they were in. And so they were literally alerting hundreds of saltwater crocodiles to their location. Saltwater crocodiles are notorious night hunters. So what probably happened is the Japanese got inside of this mangrove. The crocodiles were immediately aware of their presence, but they waited until nighttime before they started having a feeding frenzy. And over the course of the night, a number of Japanese soldiers had jumped out the sides of the swamp, exposing themselves to the British. And so about 20 of them were captured. And they said that they were completely surrounded by these crocodiles, that everywhere you looked, there were growling, huge crocodiles eating one person. And as soon as they were done, they would just charge after you and eat you. And at the end of their retreat, when the Japanese did get to the other side of the swamp, only 500 of the 1,000 made it out the other side. And so to this day, people stay far away from Ramree Island because there are so many of these man-eating saltwater crocodiles that have no issue ripping you to shreds. On November 14th, 2018, John Chow hired 2 fishermen to take him out to this little island in the Indian Ocean. The fishermen were not excited about this, not only because it was illegal to take him out to the island, but because the last time some fishermen had gone to this island, they had both died. But the fishermen needed the money, and so they went with John and they drove under the cover of darkness to this island, and they anchored a little ways offshore. The next morning when the sun came up, John asked the fishermen to take him in a little bit closer, but the fishermen refused. So John puts a kayak in the water and he begins paddling into this island. And as he gets close to the actual beach, he sees someone come out of the forest who has their face painted yellow, and they're screeching at the top of their lungs. And John yells out that he's not threatening them. He just wants to come ashore and talk to them. And then a wave of people with yellow painted faces come charging out of the woodline and start firing arrows in his direction. So John, in a panic, turns around and paddles right back out to the fishing boat. Later that day, John tries to make another attempt at landing on this island and communicating with the people that live there. So he takes his kayak and he goes down a little bit farther away from where those people had emerged from the tree line earlier in the day and shot him with arrows. He figured he was a little bit farther out of arrow range this way. He lands his kayak, he gets out, and the same group of people come out farther down the beach where they had been before. They see John. They all start looking at each other and they start screeching and running down the beach towards John. John stands there until they come all the way up to him. They don't shoot him with arrows, but they take his kayak and they don't really know what to make of him. They're staring at him. They start speaking to each other in a language John doesn't understand. And then at some point, a child pulls his bow and arrow out and fires a bow directly at John. And he was holding a Bible and he stopped the arrow with his Bible. And at that point, John is like, okay, I got to go. And he jumps in the water and without a kayak has to swim a mile to get back to the fishing boat. The whole time, these people are firing arrows arbitrarily in his direction as he's swimming back out to the boat. And so the next day on November 16th, he told the fishermen he wanted them to drop him off and he would swim in, and he wanted them to leave and be completely out of sight. The fishermen did not want to do this, but John reassured them that he was going to be just fine. He knew what he was doing. And so the fishermen drop him off and they leave. The next day, when the fishermen come back to collect John, they see these people with painted yellow faces out on the beach dragging his body by a rope. No one knows exactly what happened to John, how they killed him. There's lots of speculation about how it went down, but it's too dangerous for anyone to go back and retrieve his body. And so his body remains at North Sentinel Island. The few hundred people that live on North Sentinel Island that were responsible for killing John Chow, they're referred to as the Sentinelese, and they are unbelievably primitive. They are completely cut off from the modern world. They live a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. They have no conception of agriculture. They haven't even discovered fire yet. They literally have to wait for lightning to strike and then run and collect the embers and try to keep the embers alive. Researchers believe that the Sentinelese are direct descendants from the earliest human ancestors that came out of Africa. And as much as we'd like to learn more about the Sentinelese, we probably won't, because they aggressively resist outside contact. They won't even let the other similarly primitive neighboring island tribes to come on their island. The Sentinelese want only Sentinelese on that island. No one else can be there. If you're not a Sentinelese and you try to go to their island, they'll just kill you. So let me know what you think of these 3 crazy locations.
Yikes. That's scary. Oh my gosh, Sugar Beet. That is crazy. Paddlefish that are over 400 years old. Wow. Christiane was muted.
Oh, I was looking at his hands. I definitely was looking at his hands. But the Sentinels are cannibals too,
Yeah,
because I heard that story.
me too.
And I think they did eat that guy,
Mhm.
John. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure. Because I read a bunch of stories about them because I was fascinated. Like, how can you be cut off from everything? You don't even know how to build a fire yet.
Exactly. Well, and what I was thinking is he just kept trying to go back to the island after they were shooting
Like
arrows at me.
dangling.
Yeah, that would
Like
be
a
enough.
complete- Well, that's, a man for you. They think that they can superheroes. But,
Yes.
okay, so they're primitive, right?
Yep.
So they can't be very, this is horrible, but how intelligent are they if they have not discovered how to make fire yet? And they wait for lightning to get burning embers.
Yeah, I don't know. That is strange. You would think they could at least figure that part out.
Yeah, how do they stay warm? I know, Enchanted. I wanted to see more pictures too. What did Sugar Beet say? A friend dives deep dam locations under the ice. It's terror. I have pics from him a paddle. Oh, really?
Well, I know that there's huge catfish like that too that go down by the dams and, different places like that. They're huge. So they call that noodling when you go and try to get, giant catfish out of holes in the river and stuff. No, thank you.
Did you ever I get into crazy topics and I'll obsess over a topic for months until I learn everything there is to learn about it. And one time I got into things that lived deep, 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 deep in the ocean.
Ugh,
Yeah, did you
scary.
ever see those fish with the light over their head?
Yes, those are crazy.
I know. Yes, Cheryl, I watched Dahmer.
I did too.
Did you guys ever see, though, that fish with the light over its head?
I wonder what they call that. I know what you're talking about, but I just don't know the name of it.
Here, I gotta get it. Fish with light over its head.
Oh my God. What did they call that? I wonder.
Oh my God, here it is.
What is it an anglerfish?
Yeah. Okay, now hold on. I'm going to share an image of it. It's fascinating. Oh God. Hold on. Images. Okay. Here we go. If nobody's ever seen this thing, it lives deep, deep in the ocean. It makes me go through so many steps to share a damn picture.
That's crazy. Maisie,
Okay.
you haven't seen Dahmer either. Don't watch it if you have a queasy stomach. Trust me.
Look.
Yes,
Look at
that
this
thing is
little
so
fish.
ugly.
Look at its teeth.
Uh-huh.
It's a rare deep sea anglerfish. Like,
Those are
look at this one.
creepy.
They have lights, though. It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
It is.
Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy to me. I wonder what makes it light up.
Sugar Beet just Googled North Dakota paddlefish.
What is that?
Paddlefish are weird looking. That's what I'm trying to think here just a second. That's what Sugar Beet said. The paddlefish is what her friend found under the ice and stuff that were huge.
I'm Googling. Oh my God, they are huge.
Yeah.
Can you see it?
No, it's still the anglerfish.
Oh, share this tab instead. How about now?
Yep.
Wow, it looks like a swordfish.
Yeah, it's huge.
That lives in a river?
Yes.
Poor thing.
And
Why
I
don't they just
know,
leave the damn thing alone?
and I know like
Ooh.
up in South Dakota, they have certain season where you can go and catch paddlefish. Otherwise you can't. Look up gar. They have
I've seen a
teeth.
gar.
Aren't they
Yeah.
horrible? That's when you just
Yes.
cut your line when you have one of those.
Gar.
Those things are ugly.
An alligator gar.
Ooh, those are really scary. We just have regular gar here. Those alligator gar are horrible.
They look like alligators.
Yeah, they do.
They're a cross between an alligator and a fish, is all.
Ew, yuck.
Okay, stop sharing. Okay. It's not a light, it's luminescent, and a lot of the fish down there have luminescence. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I know.
I don't think we want to see everything that's under the ocean. We'd be scared probably
Well-
of some of the creatures.
There's a lot of things that are undiscovered, too.
Yes,
And they keep trying to tell me, because I watch a lot of things on Discovery Channel,
me
that
too.
there's evidence that the megalodon is down there. Get the hell out of here. That thing, hold on. I gotta shut my window. City sounds.
Yep, I get those too here.
Okay. So loud. Okay. Looks like there was an accident right on the road, main road from my house.
Oh, shoot, that's not good.
Okay. So, yeah, they say there's evidence of that. Now you know damn well that thing wouldn't just stay under the deep ocean and never come up. And there would be
No.
more than one.
Exactly. No,
Just like the Loch
somebody's-
Ness,
Yeah,
the Loch Ness monster.
Nessie.
There would be, huh?
Nessie is the Loch Ness monster's name.
Yeah, there would be more than one.
Yes. I know, it's
So-
weird.
I don't believe any of that shit.
I don't
I-
either.
I mean, obviously, we know the megalodon did exist in dinosaur
Yeah,
days, but
Right.
there is no way in hell we have not. If it existed, we have not seen one yet because they're the size of the freaking Titanic.
Yeah, exactly. Sugar Beet
So-
said she had a northern pike nibble on her toe while she was swimming.
What's that?
That's a fish.
Oh,
One
I-
time, my daughter I was working and it was summertime and she's wanted to go to the lake with her friends. And I told her no, she had chores to do at home. So she went anyway and she had a bikini on and she had like a mole, kind of on her hip right above like where your bikini would go. And
Yeah.
a fish bit it off, literally.
oh my God!
Yeah, it was bleeding and horrible. And when I got home, she was, oh my God, a fish bit me. And so she was in trouble that she went. And we just kept an eye on it to make sure it didn't get infected. And it didn't. But I don't know what the fish thought, if it was a bug or what. But
Obviously, it must have.
yeah. Yeah. And it wasn't even like that huge or anything, but it bit it right off.
Did I tell you what Bella did with her mole when she was 9?
No.
So Bella had a little mole on her boob, but she didn't have boobs at all. You know, she was
Right.
9. And she thought it was breast cancer,
Oh, no.
and she cut it off with scissors.
Oh, no.
And I was in the tub, and she was banging on the door, "Mommy, I have breast cancer. I cut it off." And I'm like, "Oh my God, tell me she didn't cut her nipple." I didn't know what I was going to come out.
Right. Right.
And she cut her mole off. And
Oh,
it
no.
never grew back.
Mariah's didn't either after the fish bit it off. Nope. It was
Yeah.
just gone.
Yeah, I know the Bigfoot stories. I don't know what to think of those either.
Me neither.
I got bit by a jellyfish in the stomach once. That hurt like a
Ew.
motherfucker. Oh my God, did that hurt?
That sounds very painful.
Oh, it was excruciating. The worst pain. Oh my God, right in the stomach.
What did you have to do for it?
I didn't do anything for it.
Nothing. It
Yeah.
just, ugh.
It was horrible. And what else happened to me? Oh, my mom we were on vacation at was it the Jersey Shore? Ocean City, New Jersey. And we were in the ocean, and she starts screaming and running out of the water. And when she gets out of the water, there was a freaking crab attached to her toe, just like you
Ow.
would see on a cartoon. It's hilarious. And she's screaming to my dad, "Eddie, get it off," and shaking her leg 100 miles an hour, and it wouldn't come off. And she's like, "Eddie, get it." And everybody was staring and laughing on the beach. And then finally it came off. It went flinging through the air and back into the water.
Oh my
Hilarious.
god, that is funny.
Get it
That-
off, Eddie.
That had
Oh,
to hurt. Ouch.
yeah. It was hilarious though. All right, I'm tired.
I know, me too. And I've got a headache.
Okay.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yes, we love spending our evenings with you guys.
Yeah, we do.
Evenings, our late night mornings.
Yes.
with you guys.
Don't forget to set your clocks back.
It happens automatically. This isn't 1977.
No, it doesn't. On my stove and my microwave, it doesn't do it automatically. I have to do it my own self.
Okay, well, there. You have to do it on a stove, but not on your phone. and
Not on my
your-
phone. My phone's already changed the time. So I'll have to go around in my clocks, though. I'll have to change all those.
Oh, thanks, Sugar Beet. Missed you too. We'll
Yes,
be back
we
on
did.
tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably what we're going to do, because I'm on vacation for the next week until next Sunday. So we're going to go live every night late,
Yep.
just to bullshit, not have a topic, just like we did tonight. And then we're going to start our topic at a normal hour
Yes.
on Tuesday with Jim Jones, and then Thursday with Heaven's Gate.
Yeah.
But we'll do those topics at normal hours, and then we'll still do a late night just bullshit.
Yeah. Just to be able
Huh.
to blab with everybody and see what's going on.
Yeah, until I go back to work next week.
Yep.
So look out for us. And Enchanted, I'm glad I thought about you last night. I kept waiting because we went live for 2 days straight, and I'm like, where is my Enchanted? And then here you are. You must have-
Paige. Look at Paige said, thank you. I've had a migraine all day. Just needed to keep my mind off of it. Yeah.
I did too, Paige. I called Leanne 87 times bitching about my migraine.
We went shopping at the 99-cent store. That was fun.
I have to take you guys to our 99-cent store. It's not like a normal 99-cent store. And they only have them here out west. Like, it's not like Dollar General and a regular dollar store. It's like really cool stuff. And
Yeah. Very
I
cool.
go there at least 8 times a week. And I took Leanne with me, and she was utterly impressed today.
Yeah, I was. I kept saying, oh my God, if I was there, I would buy that and that and that. They had a lot of cool stuff in there.
Yeah. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a live in the evening, and I'll live stream it while I go, because I got to go and get some Christmas stuff, Christmas decorations. So
Go and peruse the decorations. That'll be fun.
yeah, I started putting up my Santas tonight.
Oh, good.
And you know,
Yeah.
I have like a 4-foot Santa because I collect Santas. And my favorite Santa, he has ceramic head. So I got him out of storage today, storage in my basement. And I wrap him every Christmas so he doesn't break. And his head was shattered. So I tried
Oh,
I tried putting his head back together. And look at this. I made such a hot mess. You guys are going to laugh. Hold on.
poor Santa.
I can't get his head back on right. It's not like the pieces are in the right spots, but it's not like going together right.
So he's got like a Humpty Dumpty head. He wouldn't go back together again.
Oh yes, but here, wait, you got to see it. It's hilarious. Turn my camera on. Why is this thing always off?
Oh, poor Santa.
Look at him.
Poor
Look.
guy. He looks like he had some kind of really bad surgery.
He did have a bad surgery. It's called Chrissy and super glue.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
thanks,
that's-
Sandy. We're glad to be back too.
That's my project. So
Sugar Beet used to. She said she lost all of hers in a flood. Oh,
oh, that's sad. I would cry if I lost all my damn Santas. Sugar Beet, my dollar store has such cute Santas. You'll have to give me your address and I'll send you one.
they do have really cute Santas. I'll vouch for that. I saw some of them today.
Yeah, I'll show you guys everything tomorrow.
Maisie
Well-
said buy a hat for him.
Well, Macy, there's a hat. He's like a 3-foot Santa.
Poor guy. I wonder how he
It
got
does
broken.
it has I don't know. It has a hood, a Santa hat hood and everything that was glued that I had to peel off. So he kind of broke apart under the hat that was glued on. So I had to rip the hat off. So
Poor guy.
you won't notice that he had horrible brain surgery when I glued that all back on. I probably should have just thrown him away, but he's 3 feet tall and he was I think he's my favorite Santa.
I would have tried to save him too.
Yeah, and he was expensive.
Oh, I wonder how he got broken.
My damn husband probably threw the box in there instead of doing it gently. You know.
Oh yeah. I know how that goes. Poor
Yeah.
Santa.
And he's like 4 years old, but he was like $80 when I bought him.
Right. You
so
collect them.
I do. He's part of my family. You're right, Cheryl.
Yep.
And I name every one of the Santas. So this one is Santa Fred. And then I have one that looks just like my dad that's 4 feet tall. And he looks just like my dad.
Oh, how
In
funny.
fact, tomorrow I'm going to show you a picture of my dad. And then I'm going to show you a picture of this Santa. And we call him Santa Ed. And my dad's name is Ed. And then when we FaceTime on Christmas Day, and I always have Santa Ed in the background, and my dad gets mad. He's like, I don't look like that damn thing. I'm like, you're identical to him. So they look exactly alike.
I love it.
Santa
That's
Ed.
funny.
All right, guys. Have a good
Yeah.
night. Sleep.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.